but we only gave you just the tip. All right, guys, well, we just got done telling you about our trip to Denver, which was pretty freaking cool. But we only gave you just the tip, and just for the minute, about Oles. And boy, Oles, man. We asked our friends who are in the area, we're driving across Nebraska, just me and him in a van full of bikes. What do you recommend? What's your favorite? What's the thing that you do to get across Nebraska? We have a friend named Denver James who delivers bikes all over America. The man knows Nebraska intimately, pretty sure. And he said, and our friend who owns Sporty Scooters, Colin had said, you gotta go to Oles. They both said it, and they said it with such a degree of conviction. I could read it in their text messages.
How do you spell
O-L-E-S. Ole, like Ole Olofsson, like a Scandinavian name. They couldn't have prepared us.
No.
They said it's a
steakhouse. They were spot on. Yep.
They said it's a steakhouse.
Yep.
And they said there's lots of animals.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yep. None of them were frolicking.
No.
There was not a badger badgering or a snake snaking. There was nothing happening at all in the way of the animals other than a lot of this. Just fucking stuffed, man. Every animal looked scared and about to be shot. Because every single animal got shot. There's nothing. There was so much shit on the walls, I expected at any moment to see a TWA stewardess circa 1961, just mounted with a drinks tray in her hand. Because this guy mounted every fucking thing.
I like as soon as you walk in, there's a polar bear stomping on a baby seal. How can you go wrong with that? I mean, come on.
He's not lying.
No, you can look it up online.
I saw the bear and I was like, that's gratuitous. Like, you don't need to open with the polar bear. You could put the polar bear somewhere in the middle, but if you open the doors of this place, and you open the doors and the first thing you see is this giant, white, majestic polar bear. But then there's like the joke. And the joke was, he was just crushing a baby seal with his giant polar bear paw. And this goes on, like everything in there. The smallest thing I found was a chipmunk, but it wasn't just like a normal domestic American chipmunk. He had to fly to Africa to kill this chipmunk. And everything he did had stories with it. Him at the South Pole, like stuffing penguins. Him at the North Pole, stuffing Eskimos or something. But this guy was a true adventurer in every sense of the word, and personally responsible for the reduction of the food chain by a lot.
So what did you see when you went to the restroom and you freaked the fuck out of you?
Oh my God, dude, Oscar, that was some shit. Okay, here's the wingman. Go to the bathroom. You just want to have a normal experience. You've been on the road for a long time. You know what you're going there to do. And apparently, so does a baboon, because there's a baboon whose face is like the most human face you're ever gonna see.
Fucking staring at you.
If they would have killed a human and stuffed the head and put the head, and it was on top of the cigarette machine, as like the ultimate fuck you. And people had like adorned it with like Shriner sashes and shit. And it had like earrings and crap. Like people had been making fun of this baboon. So to be disrespected in life, but also disrespected in death. And the baboon had those eyes that followed you all the way from the bar to the shitter. And it was like, you couldn't get away from the stare of this thing. It was like one of those velvet Jesus paintings. It was terrifying. And then, of course, the animal that should have been worn out was the beaver. Because more people have had their picture taken in front of that beaver.
You gotta.
It was a majestic beaver, a big, bold brown fucker. Just proud as hell. And then badger. Very angry badger next to it. Very, like, the food was okay.
Like everything, yeah.
The food was okay. The cocktails were okay. They weren't great, but they were okay. Considering they were in Nebraska, I'd say it's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So I think the business plan was he saw a big corn silo and he saw a railroad track next to it and said, people work there. So then he opened up a place, probably opened up a beer cooler and just sold beers for $1 a piece until he had $1 million. And then he built a bar and went on his first safari.
Because even we got stuck on the way out because there was a train passing by, so we had to stay there for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
so.
we got stuck in town because of a train was 90 feet away from Ole's. The sign on the gas station across the street was one of the strangest signs I'd seen in my life. What did it say?
I can't remember. It was
It said
something about oil.
hydraulic oil,
Right.
3-point hitch adapters, and fresh ammo.
Got
Fresh
pictures.
ammo, guys.
Got
Fresh
pictures.
ammo. You gotta have fresh ammo. If you're buying ammo, don't buy stale ammo. Make sure you buy the fresh ammo across the street from Ole's. Ole's Steakhouse in Nebraska, look it up.
Yep.
That's a tip from your Unkie Phil and your friend Oscar.
Oscar.
You guys have fun, ride fast, and take chances.
See you guys.
See you guys.